Target 12 investigators continue to track the state's coronavirus data, and this week they've put together a new analysis showing how this year compares to last year. Target 12 investigator Eli Sherman has been following the numbers extremely closely for more than a year now. He joins us now via Zoom.
Now, Eli, you put together a very clear side-by-side comparison, some key health metrics, 2021 compared to 2020. Those numbers, though, might not be exactly where people had hoped.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing that we can even put together a year-over-year breakdown like this. But Rhode Island's been in this pandemic for about 18 months, meaning we can look at how cases, hospitalizations, and deaths right now compare to this time last year. So if you take a look at this chart, you can see how new infections in 2021, that's the yellow line, are actually higher right now than they were during this time last year. As you guys know, the highly contagious Delta variant is kicking up cases across the country, including in Rhode Island. And right now, the state is averaging about 180 new cases per day compared to about 100 last year. And that's with about the same level of testing.
Okay, Eli, so those are cases, but the numbers across the board aren't that high, right? I mean, how do things compare with hospitalizations and deaths?
Yeah, exactly right. So while the state is seeing a new surge of cases, there hasn't been a corresponding increase in hospitalizations and deaths yet. As you can see from the blue line here, there's a major spike of hospitalizations leading into the summer last year, and that just hasn't happened up until this point in 2021. Currently, we're seeing about half as many hospitalizations on average. Likewise, with COVID-19 deaths, they've remained relatively low throughout the spring and summer compared to last year when there was a massive spike. So, for example, in July of this year, the state reported about 5 deaths total. Last July, it was nearly 50.
All right, and Eli, you talk with a lot of health experts. What should Rhode Islanders make of the state's COVID-19 trends right now? We were looking at those two charts.
Yeah, first I'd say nobody is encouraged by the fact that cases are surging again. About 60% of Rhode Island's population is fully vaccinated. And I know a lot of people were hopeful we wouldn't be seeing any big spikes again once vaccines were widely available. On the flip side, there's some cautious optimism about the relatively low number of hospitalizations and deaths, which many say is because of the vaccines. Remember, vaccines were not available at this time last year. Of course, hospitalizations and deaths are lagging indicators, so there's always a chance that we'll see those numbers start to move up again in the coming weeks. But so far, Governor Dan McKee is comfortable with where the numbers stand, saying this week he has no plans to re-implement any of the new public health mandates like we're seeing in some other states and at the federal level.
And if you want to take a closer look at all of that data and learn more about where Rhode Island stands right now compared to last year, Eli's put together a full report with those interactive charts right now on WPRI.com. Eli, thank you as always for your insight.
Great to be here.